anyways, I have started trying to use this new computer. And let's see here. I have no idea how it's going. But it feels okay so far. Trying to figure out how to set this up in a way that makes sense. I think maybe this is a good way to do it. You guys let me know how it looks on your end as I try to work through this and figure out what on earth I'm looking at. Alright, now I see that I've got a little button down here that I didn't have before, so trying to comprehend it a little bit. All new and different. Because currently I have the old computer beside the new computer. I'm trying to see if there's a way to where I can click this a little bit better, but maybe it's okay for now. Let's see how it goes. Oh, wait a minute. What's this right here? What is this? Oh my goodness. It's a viewers button. How cool is that? Alright. Nice. It's a little hard. How you doing this morning? Oh, neat. Doesn't take much to impress me, does it? Alright, well, in that case, since you're here, how does the voice sound? Is the volume okay? I've got a pair of headphones on now, which should cut down some of the extraneous chatter from outside of the computer, like when people are at the shop, I'm at the shop, and folks coming in and out. So hopefully that'll help. Hopefully you can hear me, because that would be a real shame if you couldn't. Well, let's see here. I am hopeful that this will improve the quality of the streaming. I can now see a better image of what it looks like. Feels like it's a little blurry still on the screen there, but maybe I'm just not used to the way things look on here.
Found it! Where did I put that ledger? Oh, you must be around here somewhere.
Hopefully, transferred the UI from one computer to the other, and attempted to improve the graphics on the game itself, turned those up, and hopefully that has led to a better experience on y'all's ends too. Definitely let me know if anything is working strangely, or if it looks good. Interesting. Alright, cool. In that case, I'm going to come and do the exciting bit of checking the lore and legends depot real quick for anything I might need there. I just deposited a bunch in there, and I didn't really pay attention greatly to what it was. So, might have some stuff in there, might not. We'll find out. Let's see here. Need a toe and an ear. Don't have a toe and an ear. Need various and sundry shadowed men things. I have one. I wonder if I need it. It is a wood kernel. That's the one part I already have. Alright. Siren, Scale, and Whale I have, and I don't need those. And basically anything tree. Alright, well, that was nice and easy. Big old nose on all that. So I don't have too much in my bags. I did look when I logged in at the area around Coldwind Cove for some steel hoof. No, wrong word. Sharpshooters, Amazon sharpshooters. Nail veil. Let's check while we're here if I need to turn in anything before I go running off out into the world. It doesn't look like it. So, let's see what we've got to work with. Sort by level. These things, so far as I know, none of that is fixed. I will go check on the stylized dagger just in case. Miraculously, it has been worked on. I don't think that I have it in my bags. I think it's in the bank.
Please tell me you're not trying to get a loan with livestock collateral.
Alright, stylized dagger is here. You go ahead and shut down the bank so that doesn't interfere, and then examine. Now, it says, this dagger has a rather intricate design. The handle is slightly curved to fit the hand perfectly, preventing it from slipping when held. The blade has a number of intentional holes I think it's supposed to be cut out of it. When you swing the blade around, the air rushing through the holes makes a loud whooshing sound. And we go with attach the opal. And it should have dinged right then when I did that, so this implies it's not going to work, but we'll go forward. You add the opal to the center of the blade. Due to the extra weight, when you wave the blade around now, the air rushes through it with an even more forceful sound. Your enemies will definitely hear their death coming, the moment before they've been struck down. And you put the Windrush dagger away. And what it didn't do was the cool little updating sound, so that definitely did not do.
Please tell me you're not trying to get a loan with livestock collateral.
And I'm not surprised. So, I would like to be surprised, you know. Alas, not. Alright, so then actually the very first quest that I have to do as far as level is going to be in Thundering Steps, which is what I had initially assumed. Ah well, such is life. Let me know how the volume's coming through. I added some headphones, and I have no idea if I'm too loud, too close to the mic, too far away from the mic. So be sure to weigh in on that. It is super cool to have the other computer over here that I can have up on Twitch, because I get to look over there and kind of have some idea of what's going on. Much superior to having just the phone in some unusual location. Game sounds are louder than my mic. Okay, the mic needs a boost compared to other streams. Alright, well then, in that case, let me see if I can fix that. Might be able to. Let's see, what if we turn down the desktop? Is that a little better? Can you hear my voice over the sound of this? Or should I turn it down a little more? I currently have the mic on, I think, as high as it'll go comparatively on OBS. So, okay, more? Alright, let's try it. How about right here? Is this better? Alright, I'll keep talking so that you can get more of a idea here. Oh, cool! There's a little thing that says an incoming ad break in 54 seconds. That's super helpful. Alright, so that's very cool. So there's an opportunity to snooze the ad break, it looks like, which would be very, very useful when that comes into play. And just being able to see that an ad is going to start, I'm going to hope But it's going to tell me when that ad is ending, too. It would be phenomenal. But we got 24 seconds here. Let's see. I'll try turning down the sound in the game as well, see if that helps. And we'll just do the master loading. Alright, hopefully that'll help. We'll see you after the ad. Alright, now, my understanding is that an ad is currently playing for those who are not subscribers. That means not you, EverQuest. You can still hear me just fine. Very cool. Okay, more balanced? Excellent. Alright, so I just needed to turn it down in-game, maybe. Very good. Thank you very much for your feedback. I was, kind of just hoping for the best, you know what I mean? So I have no idea how much I'm going to get to see of when this ad will end and things like that. I'm hoping that it's going to give me like a notification saying, okay, the ad's over now. But I'm afraid that's not going to be the case. It's been a really cool learning experience overall. Oh, okay, that's interesting. It had said that an ad was incoming in a certain number of seconds, and then it didn't, because now it just switched over there and says ad break ends in 1 minute and 14 seconds. I know what you mean. Used to watch my VODs for feedback because nobody watched my stream. Oh man, it's so hard, you know, because I don't know how long you stream at a time. I did go and check out some of your stuff one day, but it feels like we were streaming for a good bit of time each session. And just, you know, I mean, obviously if it's something like Volume, you can go back and watch, and you don't have to get too far into it before you realize, you know, whether it is or isn't working. But even so, you'd have to make a change and then wait for the next video, and then, you know, adjust it a little more, which means you would have that entire amount of time that you were streaming that maybe was completely off, and that's rough, you know. And you know, also I find that even when there are, you know, maybe quite a few, or let's say a reasonable number of people who are viewing, that doesn't necessarily mean that they are interested in communicating, right? So they may be just kind of lurking back there and not necessarily wanting to say anything. Understandable. I'll tell you guys once again about the undead overseer over here. So he hangs out on this rock, and he's he's the master over here, right? So he is got his whip, and he's like, back to work, boys. We don't have all eternity to get this done, right? And so you have all these guys in the field, and they're all, as you can see, linked with him. So when you hit him or any of his compatriots, they all jump on you. It's a whole crowd. If you are an illusionist or a courser, it's not so big of a deal. Hey, Mr. Jelly, how you doing? But it is pretty. I mean, you got to either have some AOEs or some crowd control to deal with that. And the important part about him is that he drops a really nice bow for the level. I think it's like a level 20 bow, and it's a fur bow. So EQ2 players are quite a bunch in general. Yeah, that's true. Lurkers are probably busy, yeah, playing the game, absolutely. It's, you know, it is a whole thing to be typing in Twitch chat while also trying to kill some holes or whatever. Now, as to the beach update, and this is off topic, but as to the beach update on the western beach for that broken barrel, it's still not there as of last night. So, I think, you know, I haven't personally bug reported it because I feel like it's just one of those things that is going to be updated at the same time as like Vital and Aaron's brother, because I feel like it's the same issue. Like, I really want to believe that these items that are supposed to be static in the game and sitting on top of, you know, in this case, the ground, I think they've fallen through the earth maybe, because it seems to be the ones that are supposed to, I don't know, it just kind of feels like that to me. I've tried like a slash target on it, but I can't remember what the what that item in question is. So like I know that Vital Naren's brother is a corpse, but I think he might be, you know, he might be a decaying corpse, or he might be just a corpse. I'm not really sure. And also slash target is not always perfect. So how are you guys doing this morning? What are you up to? I had some hopes and dreams of making some progress on these Thundering Steps quests, but also still looking for the striped red ant from my personal ants collection out here, so not going to miss any opportunities on that end. At EQ2 for 4 hours, stopped to exercise, just finished my lifting, my goodness. So you just woke up and you're like, alright, EverQuest time. Also, this whole lifting thing makes me think you're talking about actual exercise in the way of people who, you know, like actually do things in some sort of planned regimen. It's crazy. It's crazy talk. Have a rack of dumbbells. It's like I'm drinking a vat of protein and heading to the gym. Alright, it isn't like I'm drinking a vat of protein and heading to the gym. I thought for a second maybe you meant that like EverQuest 2 was your vat of protein. It's kind of, you know, a little bit. You get the adrenaline up, maybe go do some crazy fighting with, I don't know, a badger or something. And then you're ready to go pump some iron. Gonna get that badger next time. It's not in the game, but in real life. Nothing guilts me addictions. Yeah. 4 hours is lengthy. I've been doing some 4-hour stints myself, so I understand the pain. It's interesting because you can end up with EverQuest, you know, you can end up sitting there and not realizing how much time has actually gone by, especially if you're in some zone, some instance or something, and the action is hard and heavy. So that being said, like there are some movies out there that are that long. So I don't know. I feel like we're not alone, is I guess what I'm saying here. suppose I'll check on the Badger situation over here. Oh, Badger's right behind me. Man, thank God for Trek. Never would have seen him. I would have had to, like, turn around or something crazy. The sound on the game is still, I feel like it's a little loud for me, so I'm gonna turn it down a little more. Let me know if I need to fix it, but it's the bass. The rest of it is pretty okay, but the bass is kind of heavy. Let's try that. When I was hardcore raiding, I spent more time online than I want to recall. Yeah, I did some raiding myself for a few years there, and I would not have done it at all if not for the fact that I very much enjoyed the people that I was raiding with. They were very good. The leader of the guild I was raiding with was a phenomenal individual, and so that was actually the reason I did it. I would not have done it if he hadn't been there. So. And then Mr. Jelly says, at one point over COVID, I had a stand-up desk and treadmill. Oh, yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be cool. The standing desks are very neat. I have not used them, but I like the concept a lot. I used to, during the early years of playing EverQuest 2, I had like this little, I don't know what it's called, but it's like this little tiny, it's like bicycle, how do I explain this? It's like, you've got pedals, but it's on a static platform. It's small, right? So I could put it underneath my desk and just like pedal while I was sitting down. It was really cool. It's worth it. It takes some getting used to, but honestly, massive improvement on core leg strength. Yeah, I'm sure that's true. The little peddler was really neat, as seen on TV. The pedal thing, or the standing disc / conveyor belt. The pedal thing, yeah, no, it's really neat. I would like to have it now. I also did they have those exercise balls. And honestly, those are fairly comfortable, and if you use those to sit on, it's very easy to just accidentally be doing all kinds of things, bouncing around, moving around, just sitting up. Yeah, well, yeah, it probably did have a cute name for that little pedal thing. I have no idea what it was, but I had picked it up somewhere, and I was like, this is really cool. And yeah, I used it, basically I used it, I think, until I moved, and then misplaced it like I do with things. As mentioned before, I had lost the cord for this other laptop, or this laptop that I'm using right now. And I don't know how I manage, but, it's one of those deals I would lose my head if it wasn't attached. That's me, every day of the week. I may have lost my head, I don't know. It's hard to say. Maybe. I won't say I haven't. Certainly lost my mind. If I ever had that. Who knows? But yeah, I'm definitely more inclined to use something as part of just sort of a lifestyle thing, like the exercise ball to sit on when I'm at the computer, or the little pedal thing was pretty cool too, that you could just slip under the desk and do that. So I could see that having a treadmill would also be effective. I actually like standing, strangely. I prefer standing to sitting. And if given the opportunity, that'll be my choice. Bronco presents The Couch Cycle. Order now and get our free soda can holder. Let's not forget, only $19.99. Wait. Let's see. Only 3 easy payments of $19.99 per month. Call now. 1-800. Yes, indeed. Let's see here. I need some antelopes. Bargain at twice the price. Order now and avoid future regret. Alright, so tangentially, you said order at twice, a bargain at twice the price. Which reminds me, have you ever heard a song by, let's see, it was Ray Stevens, called, I think it was called Ned Nostril and His South Seas Paradise? Because it's the cheap at twice the price band. And if you haven't heard it, and you're about like 13 years old, then you definitely should. So the fact that you ask if it's a geek check means you have heard it. That's what I'm hearing. It's alright to admit it. You're in a safe space here. Because, I mean, let's all be honest here. We're sitting here on a Twitch channel talking about and/or playing EverQuest 2. So I think we're all on the same page. I don't think there's any there's anybody hanging out here who isn't let's say among us, all right? Whatever we are, I think that's where it's at. You hear whatever you want to hear, I ain't saying nothing. Yeah. Keep it on the down low. Besides, you already made your Dirty Dancing reference yesterday, so. Ad starts in 58 seconds, guys. That's what I'm seeing on my screen. Not for us bigwigs, that's right, yeah. Yeah, any subscribers do not have to be interrupted by these ads. You can just continue to hear my insane ramblings, and you know what? You might miss opportunities to be introduced to new musical talents that you've never heard of, like, Ray Stevens. Yeah, that's very, very underground. So. Perhaps I can force an ad. I don't know. No idea. Like, I don't know how it works from your end of things, right? Like, I like I said, I saw that I can do like a snooze on it, but I don't know what the options are for watchers. I know you've got the subscriber status, so you don't have to watch them. But I wonder if there would be a way that you could watch them if you wanted to and get credit for it or something. That would be super cool, right? Like, gain some sort of benefit for watching an ad when you don't have to. Like, for instance, say you're a subscriber to a channel and that person goes AFK for a few minutes, and you could just like say, oh, I want to watch an ad right now. Like, here's a 30-second ad. And then gain some points from doing that. I know. I have a wide range of knowledge. You just don't even know. You're finding out, though. Yeah. My memory goes way back. Pop, pop, fizz, fizz, and all that. Uh-huh. See? I knew I'd get you. You couldn't help it, could you? You heard that, and you had to finish it. Isn't that interesting the way that works? Certain things. Suppose I'll run over here and see if there's any badgers up. Oh, very cool. The ad break ended and my community is back. How amazing to have those little, I don't know, notifications. I'm going to call them notifications. Yeah, welcome back, folks. You missed out on some super enticing stuff there. It's a whole reference that you don't even know. It's a shame. You might have got it though from EverQuest's response there. Maybe he gave you all the info you actually needed for that one. Missed out is subjective. You know, you can say that, but here you still are. An important life lesson. Pay attention to what people do, not what they say. I know, it's like a train wreck over here. With no badgers. It's a train wreck, no badgers involved. And what's extra great about it is that I don't even need badgers anymore. So what am I even doing right now? I need young antelopes. Oh, man. It's like the painting of Kramer. Okay, so now you're referencing one that I didn't watch. I'm not really a TV watcher or movie watcher, believe it or not. I've never really have been. I just kind of, I don't know. Nothing really holds my attention very well. So, I've heard of things and maybe I've seen little bits of things, but I've always kind of had a habit of walking in to someone else watching something and watching like a few seconds of it, maybe a minute of it, and then walking out. So one example of that would be Futurama. I was of the age where I should have been very interested in Futurama, but I didn't really experience it like other people did. I just kind of like, I know of it, I've heard about it, I've seen little bits of it, but it just never really caught me. Alright, let's turn into Tobias Breldig over here.
Ah, yes, good work. Here is your reward. Want to help some more?
Sure.
You know what to do. Kill the vicious beasts and I'll reward you.
No problem. This guy, you know, him and his gravelly voice just doesn't really seem to fit in over here in Thunderdust Village, you know? He's just a little bit gruff for the area, I feel. You've never watched it either, yeah? So my kids just started watching it, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago or something. And so I've kind of walked through, and like I said, I'll sit and I'll look at it for a few seconds and then I'll keep on going, and I'm just like, well, you know, I don't really feel like I missed anything, you know? I can understand, like, a child watching it. I think maybe the problem is, I kind of outgrew it before it became popular, if that makes sense. Yeah, a lot of that stuff I kind of glossed over. I didn't really have a lot of experience with. So, like, everybody watched Friends, right? I didn't watch Friends. Same with, like, Seinfeld. I actually saw one episode of Seinfeld because in my high school, weirdly, I want to say the last day of my senior year that we had classes, in my math class, for reasons unknown, the teacher had us watch an episode of Seinfeld. It had nothing whatsoever to do with math, just to let you know, in case, spoiler alert, in case you had any misconceptions on that whatsoever. But yeah, she played an episode of Seinfeld. And it was just like, huh, well, that's what people are watching. Alrighty then. But overall, I don't watch a lot of TV or movies. I don't like do YouTube or TikTok or any of that either. I do run around aimlessly in the Griffin field hoping for a young antelope to show his face, however. I do a lot of that. As Lohar says, that's just Texas schools. I watched a ton of stuff that was completely unrelated to the class. Well, for the most part, we didn't watch TV when I was in the public schools. I would say it was definitely an anomaly. We did occasionally. We would 6 weeks testing. They would sometimes, like, for those who weren't taking the tests, they might show a movie or something. But when I was in, it was not. We didn't really watch a lot of things, except for in like the very low grades, right? So like in elementary. So that was what made it especially strange that we were being shown Seinfeld. You basically didn't learn anything, man. That's rough. Surely you learned something. I mean, you're typing and you can read. So they'd say, you know what? You gotta take what you can get sometimes. It's because the school got worse as the years went on. I think that's accurate from what I've seen of the way that education in general has gone. Yeah, I think there's some accuracy there. But yeah, we did watch, let's see, I think, in Spanish class, we watched Armageddon, but it may have been in Spanish. Like, there was, my teacher in Spanish was actually really good, and so she did a lot of immersion, and so we had Spanish magazines that we read, and that she was actually had a subscription from Mexico for the class to read magazines intended for Mexico. And so that was really cool. And she had Spanish videos we would watch sometimes. It was really good way to learn a language, instead of just having, like, here's the different conjugations of this word, which was also, that's also important, and she did teach that. But I was very fortunate to have a very good Spanish teacher when I was in school. But I think Armageddon was the one that we watched in there. And it was one of those things, too. It was like, I don't remember if it was semester end, or it could have been like it could have been like we were about to get out for Christmas break or something like that, because sometimes they would do that. Like if you had half a day or something and all the classes, what they would do if we had half a day is instead of you just missing some of your classes, they shortened all of the classes. So you still went to everything, but you were on a little bit of a different schedule because all of the classes would be shortened to fit into half a day, so you wouldn't have too long in any given class. And of course, that's not enough time to teach a whole lot per class. Some of them would try, but a lot of them would just say, oh, here's some logic puzzles, you know, and stuff like that. I had one teacher who was, I think it was physical science is what I had her for, and she would often give us logic puzzles as if we finished what we were supposed to do and she had some time left, then she would give us those, which was fun. Good times. No luck so far on Young Antelope or on the Revenant Commander. I'm gonna go try clearing some more of that area over there, because he typically spawns in that rocky area back there where I was a moment ago. I think I'll go back and try to clear some more of that out. Or die trying, which is another very viable option. So it's these rocks right up here that I'll spawn at. And I don't really think that he spawns anywhere else. I think it's just this area. I feel like he's normally on top of one of these rocks where this dude is right now. Cool. I was able to look at my viewers. That's very cool. Hey, I have a dope. Dr. Stola, EverQuest 2, Esler High, Mr. Jelly. Very nice. I like it. It's allowing this Revenant soldier to beat on me a bit more than usual. But gotta give these Revenant soldiers a little bit of power. Crag Rathers, on the other hand, are just killer. Like, I think one of these little centipedes killed me twice yesterday. They are hardcore centipedes, alright? Like, the undead skeletons, nah, they're no problem. The centipede, though, boy, that one can take you out. Be ready, guys. He's waiting. The Unsanctified Rockheap, he's not especially nice either. I feel like he's not as bad, maybe, as the dangum centipede. Let's try a little kiting on him. But you gotta be careful because centipedes are nearby. They will kill me like nobody's business. Of course, this guy's making a pretty good effort at it himself. What I don't have set up yet, it appears, is my distance. So I can't tell how far away this unsanctified guy is, which is unfortunate. He smashed my face pretty good there. Now, let's see. I'm over here again. How about some young antelopes? Definitely have to fix that so that I can see how far away the dudes are. That's important for me. User interface, and then let's see here. Probably to name and chat bubble, show distance to target, and I also like to see the health percentage and the power percentage. Those can be very useful when you're fighting. Much to my chagrin. Alrighty. Still looks like nothing doing in the young antelope area. We've got a mature antelope over here. If anybody needs a mature antelope for Ruxus, there's one right over here hanging out. You're welcome to him. And, of course, we have a shiny here, which is of utmost importance, clearly. Striped green ant. That's so close to what I'll need. Oh, so there's an ad break in progress. Who knew? Very pleased with that notification system. Also, hopefully the headphone setup will be helpful. So that, ooh, you know what? My chat is not logging the time. That's another issue. Gonna have to set that up real quick for sure. Let's see here. I think we need a chat window. And then go down. I don't really care about logging the chat so much, but I do care about the message time. Ooh, let's see here. Auto switch chat tabs? No. We don't like that. Now let's make sure it does properly. Very good. Okay, so when I click it, it goes to build chat just as I prefer. Alright, now we've had plenty of time. And so let's try getting this guy. I think I can handle him. Well, I like how I stuck him in the rocks where I can't get behind him. That was what we call a bold move. Or a stupid move. Another way to say that in this case. Alright, so I'm getting some of these updates. for the skeletons as I go along. Don't really think that that I care as much about those as I do about getting this Revenant Commander spawn. But, you know, I'm just gonna take advantage of it. Nonetheless. The Revenant Commander is for both the Trials of Surveilling, I believe that, no, the Trials. Some of these trials. Certainly. Let's see. Charles Morgan. I knew Valen was wrong because, you know, Valen, that's a whole different dude, you know? But, Morgan makes more sense. Anyway, it's a cool little story. And if you have ever read Don Quixote, then you will see, you'll see a very strong resemblance there. And can, as a result, very accurately predict how that story goes. But Don Quixote is a good little tale, and I think it's pretty cool that they stuck basically a reference to it in this game. No repops on these guys yet. So I suppose more skeleton killing is the way to go while waiting on that. Last night while I was playing, I was just like, boy, I was so tired. Just like barely keeping my eyes open, you know? Trying to hunt those elder hawks and stuff. Falling asleep. But after I got off, I went and began attempting to transfer files from the other laptop to this laptop to prepare for today's session. And then my brain was just not working and just having the worst trouble doing it. Oh, look what we've got here, folks. Revenant Commander. Heck yeah. Now, what I need to do is not die. It's a real trick, you know. First and foremost, I suppose I'll wait until I regenerate in patient person manner. And I think I will go ahead and probably cast this Pristine Ruin Imbued Cloth Hex Doll Hexabruin effect on him. Lasts for 1 minute and 48 seconds, and it decreases mitigation of target versus physical damage by 215 to 263. That is not too shabby, honestly. It's a pretty good little reduction in their mitigation, so I'm going to start with that, and then see where we go from there. And then, of course, I'll start with my own reduction that I often throw out on these folks. Unfortunately, I did not have my interrupt up at that time, so I couldn't stop the spell cast. But, I don't know. Looks like we're doing okay so far. Alright, excellent. There was the, Revenant Commander. So, I need to read more in the Trials of Sir Morgan. Game over here where I'm a little safer for this event. I think it's the brown one. No, ain't that one. Maybe one of these brown ones. Or not. This one? Haha, there we go. The billionth one's the charm. Alright. Oh, here it is. It's like, where's the writing? Alright. It's been a while since we read this one, so I'm going to read it from the start. This book is of an ornate old Antonican design. A crest appears on the cover depicting images of a sword, a long mountain trail, a storm cloud, and a bridge made of titanic timbers. There is a title, The Trials of Sir Morgan. Read the book. Once, many quatrains ago, there lived a brave knight named Sir Morgan. Mighty was his blade, and fearless was his soul. Along with his noble friend and squire, they traveled the wilds of old Antonica, defending the helpless, and defeating the evil. One day, the gods of valor spoke to noble Sir Morgan and told him to go to the great and stormy plains of the Stormlord Corona. There, in the vastness of green and wind, travelers were being assaulted by Giantkin and Knollkin. Many brave knights fell to the evil in the plains, but Sir Morgan rode to the rescue. Sir Morgan and his faithful squire set foot near the edge of a mighty bridge of timber that only the giants could have built. There, at the bridge, Sir Morgan repelled wave after wave of evil, making the roads safe for travelers. His reputation grew, and the residents of Corona came to love him and hold celebrations in his name. But the seeds of evil were planted. Gods of hatred and envy whispered to his foes, and the brave and mighty Sir Morgan was soon to stand alone. The faithful squire was kidnapped and taken away from Sir Morgan. The humble servant of the brave knight was nowhere to be seen. In the squire's tent, all that remained was a note, written in blood. The note was addressed to Sir Morgan, and it was a challenge to him. Defeat each of the trials, and you shall see your squire alive again. Sir Morgan spared no time. His faithful squire was in need of rescue. With exquisite armor donned and the greatest blade in hand, Sir Morgan set foot toward the trials ahead. Sir Morgan raced to meet his first challenge at the Fields of the Corrupted, home of farmers in league with the coalition of evil that wished for the knight's demise. There, amidst the field, he arrived, knowing full well that no pitchfork could dare challenge the strength of his armor. But upon arrival, his true challenge lumbered forth scarecrows. One after another, the 10 effigies fell to his blade. Sticks and hay were no match for him. He then rode to his next challenge. On thundering hooves, Sir Morgan rode, racing onward to the ancient pyramid and evil uncertain. Having to dismount his steed, the knight was faced with an obstacle unbecoming. The pyramid had slipped into the sea. A beguiling sextet called to him in hopes of leading him to the hold of Prexus. Grabbing soft clay from the shoreline, the knight filled his ears. He removed his armor and fearlessly swam into battle. Yet again, against odds meant to cause him defeat, Sir Morgan was victorious, and on he rode. Sir Morgan rode across the South Bridge, spanning the Plaincutter River, when he found himself trapped by his next trial. There, on either side, were blood-saber knights, worshippers of death and decay. The commander and his platoon marched forward, weapons drawn. In a flurry and charge, Sir Morgan began to dispatch the evil knights, tossing them into the unyielding grasp of the river below. Surely such vile men shall rise again as a horde of revenants, but not this day. He won this battle, but with each battle his strength dwindled. Still, onward he rode. When the brave Sir Morgan arrived at Deadview Pass, the ground began to quake. He was met by hill giants whose rumble arrived before their gaze. Trapped with the plain cutter to his back, he was forced to charge upon his steed. Galloping around and around, the gallant knight caused the giants to lose their balance. Many fell into the river, never to rise. With but one to go, he was tossed from his saddle by a club made of whole timber. Lumbering closer and closer came the last giant, surely to crush the disoriented knight. Doom was upon him. He could not gain his ground. Just when all hope seemed for naught, his noble steed charged forward with great speed and great might. The steed pounced upon the barrel-chested giant and forced him into the river, but the steed too fell to the water. The great steed gave his life for the valorous knight. With his spirit nearly crushed and a long march ahead, the knight put one foot in front of the other, going forward to the final trial. Alright, and that's the spot we're at right now. And so, we have to battle fallen giants. Now, fallen giants are over in the ancient, ancient Vale or something like that. It's right over here. Right there, Ancient Valley? Something like that. Over there. As to whether I can do it alone, I don't know. But you know what? There is one way to find out, right? Who knows? Maybe along the way, I may find some young antelopes hanging around. Got a little bit of Odysseus mixed in with the Don Quixote. So I have to shut off that wisp because it's making me want to follow it. I'm like, ooh, a yellow trail. Surely that's where I should go. It's not. Need wolves. They spawn in this area. They also spawn over here with these centaurs. A few of them can spawn up here. They're just all over the place now. Ah, someone has left a chest. Let's see if it's openable. No. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left on that. Looks like they took out some giants along their way. But I bet you that they didn't come down here and take out these giants. People normally do not. Alright, this could be bad, but we'll find out. We'll only need to kill 2 of them. So, let us start once more with decreasing his mitigation a little bit. It's not going particularly well here, that'll tell you. Maybe, possibly, we can kite him. I don't know, we may have some trouble, because we have some nasty folks around. Don't know that I can get anywhere very safe to do this. Not looking great overall. still hitting me. Well, let's try a little feign death action. Two of them on me didn't help, but you know, honestly, it was a fool's errand there, I'm afraid. I need either another person or a little bit better gear. The gear is actually not bad though. I'm wearing mostly phase steel and mostly ruthenium. I have a little bit that's not ruthenium, but most of it is, and mostly masters, so can't really complain about it too much. Well, I mean, I could, but it would be disingenuous, so. Oh, yeah. Got some face steel. I think everything but the boots is face steel. Yep. Everything but the boots. Hunting for steel cluster for a week. Oh no. Mr. Jelly, do you have the harvesting tools? They don't help you find better things, but they do help you harvest a little faster, which is kind of tantamount to the same thing in some ways. But there's these harvesting tools, if you don't have them. The ones I currently am using are ash, so they're a little bit out of date. But the shovel is for harvesting your gathering, and then you've got the pick for metals and ores. So, very good. Yeah, it really does add up. And when you get the higher level, you know, obviously the higher level you get, the more decrease in harvesting speed you can have. I need to get the level 30 ones. I think we have a woodworker high enough to make those. At some point during the game, I can't really remember when it was, they made it to where you can equip the harvesting tools and then use them, and it stays, like the buff stays on your character for a few days. I want to say 3 days, but it might be 7 days. It's been many a year since that was a thing, so. But yeah. Whoa, I found something I needed. Amazing. Might be. Alright, so apparently the fish over here count. Some of the fish did not. I have 5 minutes left in work, out the door and logging into each skip. Excellent. I'll have to run off in probably like 30 minutes to an hour sometime in there and get a few things done, but got a little time left. Time for fishing, apparently. And I could use my fishing pole while I'm doing this, but it's just like, feels like it's such a small amount of fishing to be done that I just didn't bother with it. The thing is that you're getting like half a second for every time you fish, and if you add that up, if I'm only doing 6, in this case 6 harvests, then that would be 3 seconds, and I feel like it would take more than 3 seconds, or it would take at least 3 seconds to go into my bags, put the item on, and then when I'm done, go into my bags and take the item off. So I feel like unless you're doing a little bit in a row, there's no sense in it. Now I have the shovel and the pick on the armor set, so that's a little bit faster to knock that on, but for the most part, if you're just doing a few, like harvesting a few things here and there, it's not as useful. But if you're out and you're like, okay, I'm gonna go fishing, right? Then popping that on makes a big difference. No sharpshooters hanging around, and I do not want to kill off these centaurs to make them spawn, so I'm just going to not do that right now. Looks like I also need craterfish, which is a type of fish that, you know, as you may have guessed, you find in the craters. And so you go kill those. Looks like I also need saber-tooth hunters. So that's something to keep in mind. They are gnolls. Sharpshooters, that's one of those quests that doesn't update every time. You just you kill the guys and you hope for the best, cross your fingers, and normally it's not going to work, and occasionally you get an update for it. It's like the Gultix Mystics over in Neck Forest, except non-heroic style. Let's see there. I didn't check when I was in the guild house earlier. I ought to, because Dawn was going to be getting another crafting table in there, and I'm not sure what he decided on. He was asking for a little extra money to get that done, and he was asking opinions on what we should get next, which my suggestion was either a woodworking table or a forge, because you have a wider spread of you can use those items, because both a woodworker and a carpenter can use the woodworking table, a weaponsmith and an armorsmith can use the forge. So it felt like that would hit more people at once beneficially. But I'm not sure what he ended up choosing, or if he ended up choosing anything yet. Definitely need to have a look next time I'm in there, if I can remember to. Oh, 5 of 5 of those are the sirens that I need. That's cool. And which quest was that for? Wandering Augur. Okay, so that's the dude in Kino's Tower 2, I do believe. No longer need to get irresistible sirens. Still do need to get young antelopes. Oh. Apparently I do still need irresistible sirens. Ah ha ha, for the Farsi's requisition.
Why don't you try it?
Well then, in that case. She had so much to live for. Look what I've done. I don't know that I need this. I don't. For those who don't know, to swim underwater, there are a few different techniques. You can hit the end button, and that'll just toss you straight down underwater. You can also arrange your viewpoint with the mouse facing down, and then run forward either with pressing both mouse buttons or with your keyboard. And any of that will work. Come up, you can do the same thing in reverse. As far as I think you can hit page up, possibly to come up too. I'm not sure, but you can definitely hit the spacebar, and that's just default. Of course, you may have it set up differently, but that's the default out of those two settings. What she gets for telling me I was fat. That's what that siren said. I'm not certain how irresistible these sirens are. That's another thing. I question it. They don't even sing beautifully to you. They just come and attack you and say nasty things, you know? I mean, I'm not male, but I feel like I could resist. See what we'll add on that. We got 15 out of 32 of the fish and thundering steps. And obviously they're not necessarily updating. Sometimes you get an update, sometimes you don't. Oh my goodness, we've hit the irresistible siren jackpot. I also just happened to see a non-heroic tide octopus. I do not want to attack the heroic sirens, strangely, however. So I'm gonna not do that. Alright, I'm going to put Young back on track and head in the general direction of our Wandering Augur update. Oh, but look, opposite boulder room. Yes, we cannot pass by him without grabbing Little Darby Lost. Been telling you guys about this bear for a while now. He says, Tarby? Oh, you're not Tarby. You're an Outlander. If I wasn't so busy looking for my pet, I'd show you what I thought of Outlanders. Leave before I change my mind. And I say, I can help you find your pet. He says, why would an Outlander offer to help a hill giant? Are you trying to trick me? Outlanders have tried tricking me before. They all ended up the same way. A smear on the bottom of my boot. And I say, no, I'm not trying to trick you. I want to help. He says, I doubt that, but it couldn't hurt to have an extra set of eyes out. If you see Tarby, bring him to me right away. He's a small bear cub, and I'm worried he could get hurt out here all alone. Be wary, Outlander. If you hurt him, even these mountains won't stand in my way of finding him. I say I'll find him and bring him back to you. And I will, but I won't do it alone, because I know what happens when you go hang out with him. You go and you click him, and he doesn't say anything, except, I think, like, exclamation point. And then you get attacked by a few waves of the field wolves. And they're very mean, you know? They're very mean individuals. Oh, look, a canvas scarf that someone left just laying around. Probably they're bags for food. That's my guess. I could kill some of these fire rogue giants. I think I still need some, but I think I mostly need the fire rogue Goliaths at this point, so I think I'll not mess with it yet. Instead, I'll run into a wall. It's more exciting. Alright, not interested right now in finding Tarby, so. Oh, incoming ad break, guys. Just noticed the message on the screen there. I think I'm probably missing the message a lot of times, most likely. Don't really know for sure about that. The Majestic Griffin over here, by the way, for anyone who doesn't know, is the placeholder for Blood Talon. So if you come out to the fields looking for Blood Talon and you see a Majestic Griffin flying around, kill him, and about 7 minutes later, either him or Blood Talon will spawn. Actually have some griffins I'm supposed to kill, so I may as well, I suppose, do that while I'm in the area. Down. Looks like 10 to go. Not planning to focus on it right now, though. I just have, you know, sporadic things I do sometimes, and that was one of them. So there we go. Onward. Onward. The Wandering Augur is over here. This is Kino's Tower 2. Lots of young woodland Kodiaks, not so many young antelopes, howsoever. But who knows? Maybe in my efforts to get over to this auger, maybe I'll run across some. Who knows? There's a hunter. Gotta get that guy. There's a couple of them in this group. Get the soothsayer next. Be able to knock this hunter out. Hunters now without too much trouble. I think that it's going to be probably more than I need. Yeah, than there are going to be doing. What I thought. But that's okay. We'll make a little bit of progress on it anyway. Need any more of those. Those are the termite threat totems for the no language quest. So if you haven't done that yet, you can learn to speak no. Knock the soothsayer out so we don't have any of that nasty healing stuff going on. Oh man, this is a rough time. Looks like not only do I not have any of my poisons running, I actually don't have any poisons in my bags at all. Sad day. All of my Vita Berry is gone. So, that means that I will have to be stopping somewhere and grabbing some. I know there's some in the bank. But, or not in the bank, in the depots actually. But, right now I'm out in the steps. And I should be able to buy some on the docks. It'll be not very good. But it'll be better than nothing, which is where I'm currently sitting. And it's not that I necessarily need it, it's just that it makes things go a little faster. Also, of note, my attack bar is not up. Not sure why, but I think I'm going to fix that problem. I'll attack this guy and just kind of be fighting him while I try to fix this. Options. And maybe I won't die. You never know. Let's see here. We need the threat window up primarily. So let's do game windows. And we want to show the threat window, particularly when we're in battle. That's for sure. But we also want to show auto attack timing bar. Still don't see it, sadly. try that again. Maybe I missed something up there. Definitely did. Right, so the auto attack timing bar. Is it just somewhere weird and I don't see it? I have no idea. Oh, there it is. Alright. Cool. That works. Alright, let's move that back down out of the way, I suppose. Makes sense probably to have it right there. And then we can move the HO over there. Excellent. That works out. May as well do a little fishing while we wait on some regen. And maybe go feed on some crater fish too, who knows? Need those for a quest anyway. And I'll just feed on it without casting anything so that I don't use any of my mana. Alright. I need a total of 24 crater fish. We're at 18 right now. So, 6 more to go. Interesting. I had to rearrange that so that my melee would take one. They come with their very own strong piranhas. But as soon as you kill the fish, the piranha also disappears. I think we have enough energy to go ahead and get this next group in. Pyranite threat totems, that's what they're called. Oh, look at that. A young antelope has wandered into our track radius. And so, we definitely have to go do something about that. And come back and do these here hunters. We only need 8 more of the hunters, so good news. May as well get my update over here while I'm at it with this antelope. That's a fledgling antelope there, no good to us. We want this young one over here. 5 of those. No more young ones on track. So back over to the hunters. I still have a good number of arrows left, which is good. I know that we have more of those than people as well, so... I forgot to go get my wandering object. I'm so flighty. It's alright. I will go and get that update. And then I'm going to take a break. Shouldn't be for too long. Maybe an hour or something like that. Maybe not that long. Hard to say for sure. But, gotta get a few things done. First, I'm going to get the update over here before I do anything else, though. Don has logged in. Cool, cool. Alright, Wandering Augur says...
Salutations.
You have learned about inner strength, my child? You have defeated the foes against whom I sent you? And I say, of course. He says, I have led you towards 2 of the meanings of life. There is but one more that I can share with you. This is the most subtle of meanings, and the one at which most students balk. It is patience, and learning to trust that which will be. No, let me fix that. It is patience, and learning to trust that what will be will be. The longest journey starts with a single step, whether in the right direction or not. I say, how do you know if it's the right direction? He says, I always know whether I am setting off in the right direction. The question is, do you? Go then, and see whether you have the patience to conquer the 3rd meaning of life. I will wait for you here. Patiently, of course. And I say, you didn't answer my question. Never mind, I'll be back. And so, his quest updated and says, I need the patience to find the Shrine of Decay and the Thundering Steps. The Shrine of Decay is the, I believe that it is the Knoll Shrine over here, right in this area. So, down here. Nope. Sorry, that's not it. That's the giant area. Knoll area, this way. Over in this area. Alright, I'm gonna run back over to where the hunters are, and then I'm gonna log out for a bit, so, it was a pleasure talking to you guys. Looks like an ad is about to start in 56 seconds anyway, so perfect timing, right? But it was a pleasure streaming with you guys, as usual. Really enjoyed the chats. I should be back in an hour or so, and hopefully I'll see you then. If you're not following me yet, be sure to follow me and turn on notifications so you can see when I go live. So, goodbye for now.